Never mind. Hello. Welcome. Oh my goodness. Welcome everybody. This is Sandra Roman and I'm with my friend Denise. Hi Denise.
Hi. Hi.
How
How's
are you?
everything going?
Perfect, perfect. Welcome to season number
4.
4. This is our
Yes.
episode number 1 and we're going to start with some fun facts today. And tell me something.
So this is season 4, and we are, for anybody that hasn't joined us before, I'm Denise Lanzarone with Keller Williams, and I'm a senior real estate specialist. And we started this live event series 4 seasons ago. We um, did one in the fall, one in the spring, fall, spring. That's kind of how we go. Um, and the purpose of it is just to bring information to our seniors and resources to our seniors. Anybody that needs anything, we have a lot of people that we know, a lot of resources out there, and we find that it's dealing with elderly parents and even yourself, elderly, things happen. It's difficult. So we just want to try and help and get some information out there. So here we are.
And remember, we're live on
Yes.
Denise's Facebook page, on my Facebook page this time. And we have the link in the group too. And where can they find you, Denise?
Um, they can find me on Facebook, obviously, LinkedIn, Instagram. Just Google me and Google my name, Denise Lanzarone, and you will find me. Don't
Uh,
worry.
don't worry. You can find me as Sandra Roman Real Estate in Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. And please follow, subscribe to our channels or to our pages. And what else do I say? I don't even remember. It's been so so
Been a
long.
while. It's been a while. So
It's been
we
a
are
while.
starting out this season with
With
talking about
love.
market trends
With love.
with love. Oh yes.
Yes.
So our theme for this season is love. So we are. I mean, we love our seniors. We love that we're able to help you guys. Um, we love working with everyone, seniors and everyone else. But we're going to try and have all our subjects revolve around love. um, so we'll keep you posted on that and what's coming up. So tonight we're talking about market trends and how it relates to seniors and everyone else. And we have a special guest with us tonight, Joanne Saldo from Contour Mortgage. And she's going to talk to us about interest rates. Everybody wants to know about interest rates.
Yes.
Hi, Joanne.
Hi,
Hi
Joanne.
everybody. Welcome. Nice to see you, Denise and Sandra. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks.
Where can they find you?
Oh, okay. You could find me on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. It's jsaldo at contourmortgage.com or just Joanne Saldo.
Great.
And remember, we have the chat. If anybody has a question, just
Yeah,
write
that's
it
what I
on the
just wrote in the chat. Say hello if you're out there. Say hello. We'd love to know who's watching. For some reason, I can't pull it up on my
Susan
phone.
is here.
Susan
Hi,
is here.
Susan.
She's faithful.
She is.
Yeah. So, Joanne, what's going on? What's going on with interest rates? Everybody wants to
Okay.
know.
That's the
Everybody
big
wants to know.
That's the big question, and everybody's, oh, what's going on? What's going on? We did have an uptick, for the last couple of months, but it seems to be that rates are coming down and stabilizing. The bond is coming down. We're not going to have the low rates like we had in the previous 2 years, but it's been steady and it's been good. We have a lot of buyers out there looking to get pre-qualified and to have pre-commitments. And they're looking for houses. We're just waiting for inventory to come on the market, but we do see a lot of borrowers reaching out and looking to update their pre-qualifications and also to see what's out there and to work with their realtor partners to find the perfect home.
What is lower rates? What was the highest, and then now what is lower?
Well, they were ticking up over mid sevens for a while. It just depends. The interest rate is based upon your loan program, your credit score, your down payments. So all interest rates can be different if it's a primary residence, if it's a second home, an investment property. So it's all relative to what type of loan and the type of borrower there are. So, like we said on the previous shows, you date the rate, you marry the house. At Contour Mortgage, we do, if you close with us, we will, if you refinance within the first 3 years, we will waive your bank fees. So we know that, if rates come down, that you will be able to refinance at no cost for us. So we do offer that as well, because we know that most likely it may come down a little further, but we don't want people to stay on the sidelines and not buy the house. You shouldn't. If you find the perfect house, go for it. And you will be able to refinance down the line.
So are there any issues with trying to refinance? What if the market goes down or something? I mean,
well, the value would have to be there too, but do you foresee the value going down much? I mean, it's just no inventory. I still see a lot of bids, right? I mean, you guys,
yes,
going over, asking for the ones that I've seen. So, and from what's projected, I don't see that occurring. What do you feel on your end?
No, I agree. I'm just being devil's advocate out there and throwing it out there because that's what a lot of people are asking. And I don't see it, I don't see it right now.
Right.
I've been putting in bids for buyers, and there's multiple bids. There's above asking, it seems like not much has changed.
No.
Yeah.
From our point of view, anyway.
No, I just closed a house yesterday. Yeah. And the house, we put it under contract in November. And we had to do a $25,000 over asking price offer to get accepted.
Oh, that's great. Great.
So
and it's appraising at that price as well.
It didn't.
It didn't.
This one, it didn't. It appraised a little lower.
Okay.
So it didn't appraise for the 525, but it had multiple offers still. Yeah.
So a lot of times too, I've noticed if it doesn't appraise, the buyer has been able to negotiate something.
Yes.
And so it's the market's changing a little bit as far as a seller's market to a buyer's market. So there's some room sometimes there when that happens. So
it is, because at the end we didn't get the house for 525. We got it for a little less than that.
Perfect.
So
that's good.
Yeah.
For my buyers was a good thing.
Right. So that seems to be the trend when that happens. And it's been great because sellers been negotiating with the buyers, and everybody is happy at the end. So that's great.
Yeah, because right now it's room, a little room for back and forth.
Right.
So negotiations are back. So
yeah,
that's one thing that is back. You can ask for repairs and things like that after inspection. And I was going to say there's a little more time, but I don't know. We saw a house went on the market Sunday. They started showing it Sunday. We saw it Monday night. We made an offer last night. It was already an accepted offer.
Yeah.
So they really don't have that much time, but some houses are sitting a little bit longer.
Yeah, but it depends. It depends on the house. It depends on the condition of the house.
Yeah.
What are the features of the house and the price point? If it's on a good price point, it's going to sell super fast.
Yeah, I recommend if you're working with buyers and they have their pre-approvals, make sure they go back to their lender and get them updated. W-2s for 2022 are going to be needed now. updated pay stubs and bank statements. The rates are probably similar, but you want to make sure that their pre-approvals are up to date, because when you have to move fast and that seller is picking who they're going to select to, to go into contract with, that's very important. So just remind them to see when the last time they spoke to their lender, and if they've given the most up-to-date information, because those W-2s are going to be important to get in, and so they can, have all the documents ready to go.
Yeah. Kathy, Jean, Sue, thank you all for joining us. I could see the three of you. Okay, so explain to us, how do I buy a house with a reverse mortgage?
Great question, Denise.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Most people don't know that you could buy a house with a reverse mortgage. So it's been a very popular product. It's an FHA mortgage specifically designed for borrowers 62 or older. Based upon your age, there's a calculation of how much down payment they'd have to put, anywhere between 40 and 60%. So say, that they'd have to put down, and then the remainder would be financed through your lender. We would, it's a regular closing, regular documentation. We would give the other percentage for the house, and the buyer does not have a mortgage payment. They're only required to, obviously maintain the house, pay the taxes, and pay the insurance, but there's no monthly principal payment on a reverse mortgage for a senior. So it helps them to be able to age at home, be able to afford their new house, their new lifestyle, and keep their assets in the bank. Instead of putting 100% down on a house, they can keep their assets in a bank and use it as they wish, in case they need long-term care, in case they have other issues, and just quality of life. And it's a great tool that it's very popular. It's also for refinances as well. So if you have a senior who decides they want to age at home, and they have equity in their house, they also can qualify for a home equity line of credit, or and use their equity in their home to have assets to live. So it's been very popular, and it's an FHA mortgage. So most people think, oh, someone's going to take my house and I won't own my house, and that's not so. You still own the house. It's still in your name. As long as you upkeep the house and pay the tax and insurance, it's your home. At one time when you want to pay it off, whatever, you sell your house, you pay off the lien, and you keep the proceeds. So it simply works like that, except there's no mortgage payment. Instead of the interest on the loan, just gets added on to the balance at the end. So the balance will go up, but also the value of the house will also go up as you're living in it. So sometimes it'll take care of each other. And that's really how it works. So the older you are.
Okay, hold it. I'm slow. I'm slow. And I get lost in translation. Explain to me slower. Okay, so let's pretend I'm a 60 plus, 62.
Great.
And I have a house. I want to buy another one. To what? Downsize or whatever.
Yeah.
What will be the process? Go with you, and my house has to be paid for.
Well, you're going to sell your house, and you're going to get, say, $800,000 in proceeds. Okay. Now you're going to go and find a nice house in a 55 and older, or a ranch house, or wherever you want just to move to, and say if that new house is $500,000, based upon your age and calculation, the loan officer will do. They may only require you to put $250,000 down, and the bank will lend you another $250,000. So you can keep all your assets instead of putting it down on the new house and then having it fully paid for. So with that, then you're not really ever able to tap into your equity, because when we retire, we may not have as much income as we did when we were working. So you're on Social Security, you're on pension. Mm-hmm. So if you ever need to tap into that equity on that house, you may not qualify for a regular mortgage, regular forward mortgage. When you qualify for a reverse mortgage, it's really on residual income and what's left over, and to make sure the senior can pay their bills and pay their taxes, pay their insurance. So you're not putting all your money into the new house per se. So you're only
Okay.
putting.
But I still have to sell the other house.
Oh yeah, because it has to be a primary residence when you're doing a reverse mortgage.
Okay.
So yeah, it has to be a primary residence as well. So you'd want to sell that other house. Well, if you want to use that house as investment, you could, but you need the proceeds to put down on the new house, at least half.
Okay. So it's reverse mortgage because it's taking the new house to reverse.
Nope, it's
thingy?
reverse mortgage because there's no payments. So each month when you owe
Oh.
principal and interest, that's being added onto the balance. You're not paying it. You can pay it, you can choose to pay it, but the balance gets larger in a reverse mortgage as opposed to a forward mortgage. It gets lower because you're making a principal and interest reduction. Got it? So there's no payment on the senior's side. It just gets added to the balance. So the balance gets higher. Got it?
I think
Yes.
so. So, I mean, I have a friend that asked me to do an analysis of her mom's house, and she said, because she did a reverse mortgage years ago, and I guess that's why it got. I guess she did it when she was pretty young, and now she's older, and it got so big at the back end, and the house is in disrepair or whatever. So now she's owes more on the mortgage than the house is worth.
So in that case, because it's FHA mortgage, you're paying mortgage insurance, you don't owe anything. So when, God forbid, if she passes or if they sell the house, that's what the insurance is for. You'll owe nothing at the end.
Even if she sells the house and she's still alive.
Yeah. Well, she's going to sell. No, she's selling the house. Why are they selling the house?
They wanted to get out of the house. I don't know. She asked me. They wanted to get out of the house, but
yeah. I mean, that's why you're paying all the mortgage. You're paying the mortgage insurance, and that's in monthly because it ensures that if that ever happens, that you won't be upside down in the house. How old was the mom when she took it out?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but are all reverse mortgages FHA?
Well, you want to make sure you do the FHA version. There are proprietary ones, there are jumbo ones. Now they're doing reverse mortgages on co-ops, I hear. So you want to make sure that you do the HECM or the FHA one, and it's insured by the FHA.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
But she may not have that one because years ago there were different lenders, and that's how it got kind of a bad connotation because they weren't qualified properly. Maybe they gave her too much to begin with, and now she's upside down. So now they're regulated by HUD, and they came up with different guidelines to make sure that the seniors are successful. The product is there to help seniors. So, and they recognize that a lot of them live in their houses that are paid in full, and just they live Social Security check to Social Security check or pension, and they're struggling. They're struggling with inflation. They're struggling with healthcare. They're struggling with paying the taxes on the house. And this is a tool to help them remain in their house and age in place gracefully and be able to use their equity and to live a good quality of life while they, if they choose to stay in that home.
So then, let's say they stay in their home the whole time. They pass away. The kids, whoever is going to sell the house. They have to pay back that reverse mortgage.
Yeah, so they get a payoff, just like you would a normal mortgage.
Yeah.
And then whatever they sell the house for, they keep the proceeds if it exceeds. If they want to buy the house, they could buy the house and refinance and keep the house. But there's a payoff just like there would be any other mortgage.
So I met with somebody today that his mom took out a reverse mortgage and she passed. And now he's going to take out a mortgage to pay the reverse mortgage.
Yeah, he's going to refinance it. So he's going to get his own mortgage and they're going to pay off the lien that's on there now. And then it'll be his house with his own mortgage.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
Yeah. Not a good, they didn't give him a good rate. He said his rate was like 8 point something.
Oh, wow. On his refinance?
Yeah.
Wow. I think
I told him I would send him your number, but
yeah, cool. Yeah, let me work up the numbers for him. But yeah, so he's just really refinanced. So the property's in his name now. They did all the
Like
state
he's in the
stuff.
process with the attorney doing all that. Yeah.
Right. And so once it's in his name, he can refinance it.
Yeah. Yeah. It had to go to probate and whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's all done now. So he's considering selling, renting. What do I do? Yeah.
Yeah. So he has options, but yeah, that's how it works. It's just it's a payoff, just like any other lien on the property. Now the only time a senior can get into trouble with it is if they're not paying their taxes and insurance. Just like any other house, if you don't pay your taxes, your property taxes, your town will be contacting you. So it's the same thing. You have to stay current. Years ago, they didn't even, verify if a senior can afford the taxes and insurance. So that's how a lot of people got into trouble. But the guidelines now are clear, and we do make sure our seniors are successful when they go to counseling. So it's not like they just get a reverse mortgage. They have to do HUD counseling. So they do classes with the HUD counselor, and they teach them all about the product, what happens. They get a certificate that they truly understand the concept of the reverse mortgage.
Well, that's good, because I think that's what happened in the past. And like you said, why it got such a bad name is because people didn't understand it.
Right. So you do that right away. Then you'll get a counselor, and they're going to go through every aspect of the loan and make sure you understand it before you sign off on it, which is great. First-time home buyers do the same thing as well. They go through counseling, depending on your loan program, to make sure they understand what entails to own a home.
Yep.
So similar. Yeah, they also want to make sure that the senior, is aware, that they're having problems with concepts, stuff like that. They're the eyes and ears to make sure that, the senior isn't being forced into something, say, by a role, whatever it is. But they get screened too, to make sure they understand. And that's basically how it works. I mean, a senior doesn't have to get a reverse mortgage. If they qualify, they can get another forward mortgage. They can get a home equity line of credit as long as they have the income and qualify just like everybody else. There's no problem with that. This is just a different tool to help people.
Very good. Very good. Jean said, Jean, do you have a question? You could type it in if you have a question for Joanne.
I'm muted. That's why you can't listen to them.
We didn't hear you.
I'm muted.
Oh boy, it was nice and quiet.
Because I was muted. Does it have like a cap for age?
No cap for age. There's a floor, 62. Obviously, the older you are, the better it is, because of the loan expectancy, but there is no cap for age.
Okay. Because in Mexico, there is.
Really?
At certain age, you don't get loans for houses.
That's discriminatory.
If you're 95 and you're taking out a 30-year mortgage.
Right.
I mean, yeah, but no.
Really?
It gets harder.
Really? Okay.
All right. Interesting.
I don't know if a 95-year-old would qualify. Do they have a job?
I don't think so.
So they wouldn't have the means to qualify for a regular mortgage.
So they need to have, as long as they have a job and they have all the means to qualify, they qualify no matter the age.
Yeah, you can't discriminate. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. It's good. It's good. So I just have some statistics of what's going on in the market. As we talked about before, everyone says, oh, the market is bad. Oh, nobody's out there. The interest rates are so high. I wouldn't want to sell my house now. And, the houses, they're all going to go for cheaper. That's really not what we're seeing.
No.
So we just want to let everybody know that.
It's not crazy, crazy, not like it used to be, like waiving everything, but still.
Oh, no. We're not waiving. I mean, most people are not waiving inspections and appraisals like we were doing last year. And if something comes up on an inspection. There is
Room.
sellers are negotiating and
Mhm.
fixing things. So we are seeing that as well, which is nice
Mhm.
because the way it was going on was kind of crazy. You would go into a
Mhm.
house and just waive everything, and the attorneys really don't like that.
Mhm.
So the for December, sold houses on Long Island, the median sales price was $575. So,
Right.
and that's prior year $535.
So that's an increase of what, 40,000?
Yeah, 4.5% increase. Well, actually, on this page, this is from MLS and this is from Realtor.com. MLS has prior year 535, current year 559.
Pretty
So
close.
we're going up. I mean, it's still
Mhm.
year after year is going up. I mean,
Mhm.
the cliche is there's only a certain amount of real estate that to go around, so it's
Mhm.
always going to go up. As far as buyers out there, I mean, we can all attest to there are buyers out there looking
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
buying houses. They call this right now a balanced market, which means the supply and demand are about the same. That's from Realtor.com. I have to disagree a little bit because I don't think the supply is, we
No.
have very low supply right now.
Right.
There's not a lot of houses on the market. Every
Mhm.
single listing appointment I've gone on, I said the time to sell is now
Mhm.
Yes.
because there's not a lot of stuff out there and you're getting a lot of buyers coming into houses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wouldn't wait
Agree.
until spring market. I mean, right now,
No.
spring market, get the houses on the market because there are buyers, and
They
right,
are.
if it's less on the market, your house will sell faster.
Yeah.
And
The thing is, we get a lot of news
Mhm.
that the the market is crashing, whatever, but it's not happening here.
Mhm.
Every market it's different. Every state has different conditions. And here it's not happening. We're not
Mhm.
seeing what we're seeing maybe in Arizona or in
Mhm.
Boise, Idaho, that
Mhm.
they went nuts with the houses off the roof and now they're crashing because all the people that moved somehow to Boise, Idaho are going, I don't know where. But that's Boise, Idaho. That's California. That's another state, not Long Island. Long Island,
Mhm.
it's happening something different.
Correct.
And that's what people get the idea. Oh, now the houses are going to be super cheap. And no,
Right.
they're not super cheap. Oh, we're going to find a lot of short sales. Not
Mm-mm.
yet.
Mhm.
Oh, a lot of inventory. Mm-mm. Houses staying on the market for long, yes, a little longer, but not crazy longer. If the house is in the right price and the right condition. So, it's
Yeah. I think there's offers too right away. Maybe they keep it a little longer to see what else comes in, give it a little time, have an open house, and then make a decision. But
yeah, they're taking longer time maybe to make a
to select,
decision,
yeah, yeah.
but still, you're
Hmm.
getting offers. Still, they're, not as it was, of course, last year that it was super crazy nuts, but
Right.
still, there is, I think, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. We are, let's see. It says on one key, Long Island housing, median for Long Island, which includes Nassau, Suffolk, and Queens, um, home price was 600,000, which represents a 1.7% increase over last year's reported median home price of 590. Nassau County was 655,
Mm.
which is an increase of 1.6. And
Hmm.
Suffolk County was 542, representing a 3.3% increase from last year, from last December.
Oh.
Um, Total number of residential listings on the MLS was 9,667, which is down 16% from November. So I have to stand by my my statement that inventory is very low.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, back to interest rates. I mean, through the years, interest rates were high, 13. I've seen sometimes, higher than that, 15. They're not crazy like that. They're kind of almost normal what they normally are. We're just so used to 3 and 4%, which is abnormal. You know what I mean? So we have to get that in our minds that that's what the rates are. The rates of your credit cards are higher. The rates of your car loans are higher. So, and the rates in your savings accounts are higher and they're paying you. So, or CDs are back and stuff like that. And that's just the market we're in now. A buyer may be able to afford a little bit less of a home, and that's where your price adjustments may occur, but they're still buying, and they know that, they will refinance possibly one day. And if they get lower, no one really knows how the market will trend. The 10-year bond goes up and down. It's been in pretty good territory lately. So that's all good for buyers right now. So that's why if you're waiting, rates are good right now. Don't wait. Get your pre-qual updated. You know what? Contrary, we do what's called a secure buy. So our borrowers really have a commitment letter, even though they don't have a property. So an underwriter will see your file. They issue a commitment letter with a to be determined property. And when you present your offer or your buyer's offer, an underwriter is signing that letter. It's not just a single piece of paper that says your buyer is pre-qualified. It's an actual commitment letter with everything except the property address. All the conditions are pretty much in, and the buyer will close quickly. All they'll need is the appraisal, the title, and homeowner's insurance, lock the loan, and then they're closed because as a lender, we have everything up front and the buyer's been committed. So we find great success with that program. A lot of our people that we work with, our borrowers, their offers get accepted because it's a great tool. So if you have anybody that's interested, it's called Secure Buy, and we offer that with Contour Mortgage.
Yeah, oh no, I'm putting a sweater. I'm getting cold.
It's a great product, and I think that it holds a lot of weight when you're making an offer for someone.
Yeah, then you go to that selling age, like, listen, my buyer has a commitment. Not everybody has it signed by an underwriter. Like everything's done, vetted. The deal won't fall through, basically. It's great. It gives you great leverage when you're presenting your buyer's offer.
Yeah, it's good.
What
good product.
I have a question.
Of course you do.
Sandra.
Sorry, I have a lot of questions. When do you think it's going to happen in your crystal ball? We have no clue,
knows.
Right?
Nobody knows.
What is the trend?
All I know is that people need houses. People still have life events where you have to sell a house, buy a house, whether it's divorce, unfortunately death. So there still will always be real estate transactions. People need to move. I still notice a lot of people moving out from the city to the island looking for houses. And, you guys know when we do open houses, we see it all the time. So there's still a demand to live, in Long Island in our area. So we'll always have houses to buy and sell, and, we'll always have borrowers. It's just a little different market right now.
That's why it's important if you want to buy or you want to sell to go with a real estate agent, find what's the price of your house today, right now, so you can plan. You can think what you can do, because sometimes you have an idea in your mind or something that you saw somewhere or the neighbor or whatever, and it's not your situation. Everybody has a different situation depending on the condition of the house, where is the house located, blah 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 blah. So get, what's it, CMA, Denise? Is that correct? Because I always get it wrong.
CMA. Yeah.
the market analysis of your house so you can know what's, a
Yeah.
estimate value in the
Right.
market today.
And
And the
that's
same with the buyers. Buyers, if you are trying to buy a house, even if it's a first time home buyer or downsizing or whatever, sometimes they have an idea in their head. And when they go to a loan officer or they go through their numbers, it turns out it's possible to buy a house. Or
Mhm.
maybe they can fix things and make it sooner than what they were expecting. So that's why it's
Absolutely.
important to search for information.
That's correct. Yeah, and if you're selling your house, the importance of an experienced listing agent is key because pricing has to be priced correctly.
Yes.
So that's why, if someone thinks to do it for sale by owner, that they're going to do better, they're not, because you need the experience of the realtor to really make sure you're getting the most for your house and, to do the right thing. So I can see that lots of times where, they'll try, but then an experienced realtor is key.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I mean,
What else, Denise?
we know all the people that sellers need.
Mhm.
The buyers, the sellers, the agents. Anyway, yes. So I agree. I just want to give us a little towards seniors. So just if anyone's interested, there are 80 over 55 condos
Mhm.
on the market. Thanks, Sue. I love you too. Oh, you didn't say love. You said have. Oh, damn. Anyway, there are in Suffolk County, there are 80, 55 and over condos or co-ops on the market right now, and with first floor master bedrooms.
Hmm.
And the price range is anywhere from all the way on the low end, 129. There must be a co-op, one bedroom co-op maybe, and all the way up to $1.8 million, and that's probably the one in West Hampton.
Mhm.
So that's always an option too. Everybody's got these big giant houses, 5 bedrooms, 3 bath, and they're in it by themselves, or with maybe one other person. So we see a lot of people wanting to downsize. So I just wanted to let you know there's a lot out there.
Mhm.
A lot of condos out there, and even rentals in adult communities. If you're looking for adult community that maybe has a lot of activities, if you're by yourself, I found, and with master bedroom on the first floor, I found 6. And they rent range from the low end 1950, on the high end 4200.
Wow.
That's pretty high.
Mhm. Mhm.
But just to let everyone know that there are options out there for seniors. Unfortunately, I don't think there's as much as there should be, especially low
Yeah.
income. And
Mhm.
yeah, I made a call to the town of Oyster Bay today. They have a Golden Age housing program, which if you qualify, you can buy a condo in one of their complexes, one of their predetermined complexes. But the woman wouldn't give me any more information because it wasn't for me. So I called my
Should have.
potential buyer, and who's 80 years old, and I told her to call the number and find out about it. So when she finds out, I'll find out.
Yeah.
But there are
Yep.
some programs out there, but they are too few for the need for senior housing. Just go into so many houses that are in total disarray. I went out to
Mhm.
someone's house a few weeks ago, and the house is falling apart around him, and he's upstairs, and he can't do the stairs. He
Aw.
can't come downstairs, and he's yelling from upstairs, "Come in, come in!" And I mean, he's got a stair lift now, and I guess it's a little bit better, but he says the stair lift keeps breaking to go up and down the stairs. But I said to him, "Well, how are you eating?" So that we see so many things out there when we go,
Yes.
look at houses and things. It's sad.
Mhm.
Just all right. That's my rant for tonight.
Yeah. No,
we need to do a better job taking care of our seniors. That's all.
Yeah, there's so many of them that don't have family around too.
Yep.
So, and they don't know who to reach out to help, So if you have an elderly neighbor, check on them.
Yep.
I have one,
Yeah.
and I check on them all the time.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Does anybody have any questions? Besides that, you love me, Sue. Anybody have any specific questions they want to ask? Because we can answer them. Nope.
You have 2 minutes because we're going home.
We're going home. We are home. Oh, so next, while you guys are thinking about questions, next week we have a good show for you guys. I'm just pulling up the information. We're gonna have an attorney come on. Her name is Christine Scheibler, and she is with. I want to make sure I get all these names right. Futterman, what is it? You know what it is. It is Futterman, Lanza, and Pasculi, Elder Law and Estate Planning. And what she's going to discuss is protecting your loved ones in a medical crisis. So we're big advocates of planning ahead. You don't want to get into a medical crisis and realize you have to sell the house to pay for the nursing home or whatever. Planning ahead is one of my key things that I like to talk about. But anyway, so that's what she's going to be talking about. It's going to be a great show, in keeping with our love theme. It's protecting your loved ones. And Kathy said, Kathy and Jean, thank you so much. They said, thanks for the information. See you next week. No, thank you, ladies. Informative. Okay.
Great.
So I think we are good to go. You can always watch this recording on Facebook. I know Kelly texted me. She couldn't get on for some reason. So I don't know why. But
hi, Kelly, when you see us. Future Kelly.
We had some other people not able to join us, but you can always watch it online. So I'm Denise Lanzarone with Keller Williams. You can find me before Sandra asks me. You can find me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, everywhere. If you have any questions, you need help with anything, just reach out anytime.
Joanne.
Great. Joanne Saldo, Contour Mortgage. Reach out to me anytime. jsaldo@contourmtg.com. Thank you.
And I'm Sandra Roman. You can find me everywhere, Instagram, Facebook. Follow us, give us a like, comment, and join our group. What's the name of the group?
Right. Senior
Resource Services group on Facebook. We have 130. I gotta look because it keeps growing. We keep getting more and more people on.
Very excited.
There. And yeah, we have a lot of members. We are up to come on. 131. Wow.
We need more.
131. Yeah.
We need 200.
What?
We need 200. No.
Yeah.
We can do it. We can do it.
So join the Facebook group.
Yeah, join the group. We are posting events that we're having, events that other places are having. There's actually an event tomorrow night that I'm going to. If anyone wants to join me, it is deep dive into advanced directives, and it's being held by an attorney and from the same law firm. Actually, her name is Heather, and also Carol Hartman she's from Alzheimer's Disease and Resource Center. And they're going to talk about last wills, powers of attorney, what pitfalls and things like that. And they're giving you free dinner. So it's at the Bristol in West Babylon from 5 to 7:30. It's on I'll post it again, but I think it's on our senior page.
It
Yes,
is.
it is. Mhm.
Yes.
But there's a lot of information out there that they're very happy to give you and also feed you. So,
Yes, and it's very good.
food's always great. And we're having our senior luncheon on February 6th. You come have free lunch with us, get some information. We'll probably talk about the same things, but it's okay.
But come and see us. Come and see us.
That's right. We're going to have giveaways and it's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Great.
So find me everywhere, as I was saying. Instagram and Facebook. You find me as Sandra Roman Real Estate. And that's it. See you next week.
All right, have a
Adios.
good night. Bye. Thanks, Joanne.
Bye. Anytime. Bye, ladies.
Bye.
Let me end.